Hello all sentient beings and welcome to Transmissions Alt Mode, where we talk about all news, comics, and media related to the... On this episode of Transmissions Alt Mode, we are joined by the Titan of Trousers, Dr. Pants, as we go over comic book news, which involves My Little Pony Transformers 2, The Magic of Cybertron, Transformers Beast Wars Issue 2, their retailer incentive cover, and Casey Collar's line art for Transformers Issue 28. We have all of this and convention announcements. Today is Friday, March 12th, 2021, and this is episode 224 of Transmissions Alt Mode.
Welcome to Transmissions Alt Mode, the podcast that hates comic book delays. I'm your host Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry, I was delaying my response. How are you doing?
Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone.
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hi. Let's talk Transformers.
All right, as always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who give us money on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you so much for continuing to support the show. If you'd like to become a Donatreon, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop. We've already got the bonus Empire of Rust episode out this week, so you can check that out. But for all the regular Empire of Rust listeners, episode 45, St. Patrick's Wing, that will be out Monday, March 15th. So you can get the next installment in the epic saga, the only Transformers RPG live play RPG podcast. Another thing this week, we want to let you know that Jeremy is on America's Next Top Podcaster. And Jeremy, why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Episode 1 is out this week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if by the time you hear this, maybe episode 2's out. I'm not sure exactly the release schedule yet.
Oh,
it is very fun. I am part of my team name is called the Blue Fan Group, and we had to come up with a podcast, fictional podcast. It's very fun, kind of stretching my creative muscles, making me do things I'm not normally used to doing. Although week 1 was kind of more familiar, but it's a lot of fun. If you want to hear a bunch of podcasters, both mix of new and old, kind of thrown together in a virtual house, it's a great listen.
You stop being polite and start getting real.
Yeah, something like that. But as it goes on, the challenges, I'm sure, are harder. So, check it out. And then also they have a Patreon if you want all of the behind the scenes stuff. If you want to really, really learn about the ins and outs of how the sausage is made and listen to the coaching sessions and stuff, it's really cool.
All right. Well, now in Transmissions earlier this week, you said your group was Nerd Pop and now it's Blue Fan Group?
The fictional podcast name was Nerd Pop.
Oh, okay. Oh,
the team is Blue Fan Group. We couldn't really think of a name, and it just kind of came together.
It's clever. I like it. All right, everyone check that out. We'll have links in the show notes as well if you couldn't remember the link. And check it
America's Next Top Podcaster.com.
You're speaking too fast. We'll have the link.
America's Next Top Podcaster.com. Or wherever great podcasts are found.
All right, so let's get into the show. Start off with some comics news. Okay, we have some more information on the upcoming My Little Pony Transformers 2 miniseries. This is going to be called The Magic of Cybertron, and the trade paperback collecting the series, even though the series is not out yet, this trade paperback is up for pre-order on Amazon with a release date of November 30th. So if you are not getting the single issues and just want to wait for the trade, that will be out in November of this year. And yeah, you can check that out. I think the first crossover was pretty fun. So, and this one looks like it's going to be much more Transformers heavy since all the ponies are coming to Cybertron. So looking forward to it. See what happens there. Next up, we've got the retailer incentive cover art for Beast Wars #2. So this is Winston Chan's cover. He put out on his Twitter the process he went through from the rough sketch to finished pencils to inks and then colors. So Winston is a friend of Transmissions, so we always want to support him. It's great that he's getting a lot of official work now. He's doing covers quite consistently for IDW Transformers, so it's really cool to see him getting that recognition. Maybe Winston will get to do interiors at some point in the future. And we also have Casey Collar's cover art for Transformers 28. So this is an image that I really like this image because it shows it's like Starscream as Wormtongue whispering to Megatron the King. So it's a really cool image, and of course it's colored by John Paul Bove. So this Casey put up his inks online, and then you can see the full image colored by John Paul Bove. So it's neat. And this was going to be the comic we review this week, but this has been delayed. So for some reason, we got the advanced copy of Transformers 28 the same time we got the advanced copy of Beast Wars #2. So I thought they were coming out, both coming out last week, but apparently there's been some shipping snafus, and Transformers 28 now will not be out until March 31st, so the end of the month. So we cannot review the comic this week, unfortunately. Yeah. Since
good thing we didn't review it last week.
Yeah. But the bright side, I have completely written the review, so I don't have to do any work when we do get the...
You get a nice, some free time at the end of the month.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess
looks like this can be placed on Diamond.
Yeah.
Obviously, because the book itself is done.
So yeah, we're gonna have a kind of a short alt mode this week, and we're gonna skip over our regular review and jump right into Transformers media news.
Well, we've got an award to talk about. Transformers War for Cybertron Siege on Netflix has won the Best FX for TV and Media at the Annie Awards.
Nominated.
Oh.
Nominated.
It was nominated. All right, well, I'm assuming it's
they
going to
win yet.
I'm assuming it's going to win. It's going to win. It's going to win.
It's not till April 16th, so...
Why are you guys talking like it's not a done deal? This is a done deal. It's happening. It's already won. You can tune into these awards. Where can you watch these awards? There's a virtual event happening. Yeah, you can watch them. You can watch this happen. I mean, you don't even need to watch it because it's already a done deal. But yeah, it's you can tune into these events. You follow the link in the show notes, and there's a link you can click on to watch it if you feel the need to watch these things. Moving on, Stan Bush has a couple new songs out, and he is there's an interview here with him where he's talking about his new songs, and he's done them for the War for Cybertron theme in the theme of War for Cybertron, and he's got they're called Heat of Attack and True Believer. So there's a couple videos here for both those songs. It seems like Stan Bush is just he's just embracing the whole Transformers thing. He's not going past it anymore. He's not trying to be anything else. He's the Transformers song guy, and that's all he is anymore. Do you guys?
He did something for some other Netflix anime show last year, like a similar
was it
thing
Siege?
where they had the no, it was another anime thing it was actual anime. And they did like their animation over his music.
Okay.
Like this.
And
cool.
His music was in the game Shadow Warrior on the PS4, I believe.
Okay.
I think the intro cinematic is the main character riding around in a muscle car, jamming out to The Touch.
Oh, okay. The Touch lives on then.
Doesn't have to be Transformers related, but it will be in our hearts.
Could be Boogie Nights related.
I mean, that's another The
Quadro
Touch.
put the link in the chat here. Born to Fight.
Right. It's I mean, to me, he's the 86 movie guy, but every time I hear about him, and obviously there's a Transformers bias here because I really don't pay attention to any of these other fandoms that he's obviously a part of now. But anytime I hear about him, he's releasing another movie that's tied to Transformers. So he's just a Transformers guy now.
Yeah, and it is nice that his music is still purely, if you want the 80s sound, that he's the guy to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right on. All right. Well, and we've got one more thing to talk about in media news. And this one, I mean, I've never wanted to figure out a way to get $22,000 faster in my life. The Optimus Prime truck from the Bumblebee movie is for sale. And a whole bunch of fans went to social media and grabbed a whole bunch of screenshots and trying to match up to make sure that this thing was legit. And everyone's coming back to the social media and stating, yeah, this is it. It all seems to check out, except for the little like unibrow it's got across the top for like blocking sunlight and stuff. This truck looks like the legit, prop from the movie, which is crazy. It's being sold on Facebook Marketplace, of all places, for $21,600, and that's insane. So, I mean,
does that seem a bit low for a semi truck?
It does.
Well, it's an 87 model truck.
It's a movie prop, though. Like it's an official movie prop.
But it's also a working truck.
True. But I mean, you're telling me that if you bought this, you couldn't just drive it around to conventions, if those exist again, and just make that money back eventually? I mean, it's not like it's a Bay movie Optimus where they changed every movie. This is the 80s G1 Optimus Prime truck, right? This is iconic. This is the one you could drive to every single convention and say, I've got Optimus Prime outside, you want to see? And no one would follow you.
I was going to say, that almost sounds creepy. Like, I got Optimus Prime outside, want to see?
Yep. But I'm impressed by this. As a kid, I always thought I would have a truck like this as a kid, and nobody ever, you never think it's possible. But I'm an adult now, and I might be able to conjure up $21,600 if I, sold some very valuable things that aren't mine. So, Charles, I'm going to come to you because I believe, you're a doctor. You could sell this thing, or you could buy this thing with, just with your pocket change. What do you think?
I mean, it's definitely cool. I mean, I don't have a place for a semi truck. They probably wouldn't let me park this on the street in my neighborhood. So I don't
see a strict HOA.
You could put your Unicron in the trailer. So just think of it as more storage space.
I'm hazarding a guess that it doesn't come with the trailer, but that's just me. Where is New England in comparison to all of you?
Like most Optimus Primes, it won't come with the trailer.
New England is where is Mike's neck of the woods. So he's in the
Oh, okay.
He's in the upper right hand part of the country.
Everything above New York State, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that Canada?
Pretty much.
Canada touches New York State.
No, it's not New England. It's Nebraska.
Oh.
It says NE. How is NE not
NE
not
not a
New
state.
England?
New England is not a state, Daryl. New England is a collection of states.
Oh, I don't know. I'm Canadian. I don't know what the hell you guys have. Your acronyms for your states are all fucked up. So
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, they are.
so it's Nebraska. Okay. Well, where's that?
Yes. The middle of the country.
It's that away.
All right. Is it closer to Charles then?
Closer to Jeremy.
Yeah, closer to Jeremy.
Yeah,
All right, Jeremy, you're on. You're up.
I have no interest. Kevin Horn can get it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Go Avis. Go get it. Yeah, no, I'm thrilled that this thing's available. I hope that somebody that can bring it to conventions buys it, just because I'd just love to see it at a convention. What do you think, Scott?
I mean, if I had $22,000 to throw around, sure, I'd buy Optimus Prime as a truck, and I'd drive it to conventions. I mean, I go to conventions all the time. It'd be great. I mean, I don't go anymore, but when they're a thing again, I'll do it. 22,000 does seem kind of cheap. There's somebody talking in the comments that apparently the 2007 film truck sold for around 120,000. But apparently other movie vehicles have sold for less than this, so I guess it makes sense, but I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but if I could, why not?
Well, it appears to have some damage to the front grille. I wonder if it hit a deer or something like that, and it needs some work.
Well, then it's not Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime's not going to just, get damaged by a deer. This is obviously a fake.
Not the real Optimus Prime.
Hashtag, not my Optimus Prime. Literally, I'm not buying that.
I just think it's fun. Anywho, yeah. That's it for media news this week, guys. Yeah. There you go.
All right, and we will finish up this very short alt mode episode with convention news.
All right, and speaking of conventions, maybe if you get this, you can watch Comic-Con at home from within the cab. Comic-Con 2021 is not happening as was previously scheduled, and they're going to be doing online in July like they did last year, but they are trying to have an in-person event in November in San Diego. So we will still wait and see if things are better at that point. Also, canceling their in-person event and going online is TF Nation. They are doing the big broadcast of 2021 in place of their in-person convention this year. And they are also saying that if you did roll over your ticket from 2020 to 2021 for their in-person TF Nation, they're not allowing people to roll over it again, but they are going to give you refunds, and they'll provide information on March 20th about how to receive that refund. So kind of a mix of good and bad news there, but last year's big broadcast was great, so I'm looking forward to what they have in store with this year's. So that is it for the short convention news.
All right, and that takes us to the end of this episode of Transmissions Alt Mode. Dr. Pants, where can people find you online and your collective Nerdstradamus?
Well, you can find us on nerdstradamus.com, which is our official website. The main page has our most recent activity. But we are mostly a YouTube channel, so you can find us on YouTube at Nerdstradamus. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're Nerdstradamus everywhere, except for Twitter, where we're Nerdstradamus DL. And for those listening to this, you might be interested. March is March Mechness at Nerdstradamus, where mostly me spends the month talking about robots, but we do some other things like different videos where we play different robot-themed games. I'll talk about Transformers and stuff. And we also typically release musical projects, like our I Love Robots song from a couple years ago. And yes, just like that. And this year we're doing a cover of an anime theme from Gurren Lagann, but we're also doing a cover of a Transformers theme, which will be out towards the end of the month, so you can check it out. And we'll be working with transmissions on a video, and you can check that out this month. So, like I said, find us at nerdstradamus.com or Nerdstradamus everywhere else.
All right. And we always end the show by giving a shout out to our masterpiece donatrons. So thank you again to John 4X Levingood and Dinobot Maximize for supporting the show at such a high level, which is why we give you a shout out in every episode. And of course, we will end with the reminding you that you can get merchandise from our TeePublic store at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. We've got lots of cool shirts, masks, and other merchandise there with Transmissions designs. But you can buy anything from TeePublic through our link, and that helps out the show. And today, when this show goes up, this is the last day of TeePublic's sale from March 10th through 12th, where everything is 35% off. So if you want to get some merchandise, this is a good time with a significant discount and helping out the show as well. So transmissionspodcast.com/shop. So that'll do it for this week's Transmissions Alt Mode. Thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions Podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week.